Welcome. Today I bring you the preview of the next chapter of The Ambassador's Daughter. Halise belittles a CA, so a CA angrily throws in her face that now no one loves her for what she did to Nare, so Menekşe says that even though she attacked her it doesn't matter, because soon everyone will see Nare's true face, so everyone is shocked. Halise and Menekşe leave. Halise asks her what she meant by everyone will see Nare's true face, so Menekşe shows her the picture that Nare took of Nare and Geddes. Halise is surprised. Menekşe says that with those pictures she is going to make everyone disown Nare and so she can also clear her name for the attack she did to her. Kahraman is trying to recruit new investors for his port. Geddes and Sancar go to the meeting saying they will sue Kahraman's company for not paying back the loans, causing the investors to pull out, so Kahraman gets mad and threatens them, but they tell him they want him to pay back the loan with money or their shares and leave. Moog goes to eat at the pool. Razieh follows her, as Geddes ordered, but seeing Rafika she leaves. Moog waits for her mother to be distracted to go into the bathroom where she has Akin tied up and talk to her about the plans she had with him and the betrayal he has done to her. Sancar, Nare and Melek go to see schools. Sancar asks Nare about the time she had a panic attack at Kavruk's house upon learning that Nekdet would go free and if that attack reminded her of Akin, but Nare asks her not to talk about those subjects. Sancar asks how he can expect them to close that subject when Akin must be punished, but Nare asks him to focus on being Melek's father, if only for a moment. They enter the school with Melek. Seeing her interacting with other children, Sancar comments about when Melek goes to high school, but Nare asks him if he will be there for his daughter when that happens, saying that maybe at that time he will be in jail for killing Akin or maybe dead. Zara arrives at the house and sees everyone hosting a banquet, so she asks Gulsiye what is going on. Gulsiye tells her that Kavruk is getting engaged to a CA. Zara is surprised, so Gulsiye says that she didn't understand what was going on either and that it was Menekşe who told her. Confused, Zara goes to see Kavruk to ask him if it's true what she heard and if he really loves Ayşe. Kavruk asks him why he says that. Zara tells him that he always complains about Sancar getting married without love and that she supposes he would never get married without loving. She asks him why he never told her about it, but Kavruk just says he has things to do and leaves. Melek leaves the school happy, saying that she is amazing. Nare tells her that if she talks like that Sancar will think that he didn't take her to good schools. Melek says that in her previous schools her father wasn't there and that's why she likes that one more. Nare tells her that she can't believe that she says that without her father nothing is good even though she has given her everything. Melek asks her not to be upset with her and says that she shouldn't have left that school so happy since now they won't be able to spend the whole day the three of them together. Nare tells her that if she wants she can stay with Sancar for a few days, so Melek leaves with him. Sancar asks Nare if she let him stay with Melek to make sure he doesn't do something stupid. Nare replies that she will give her daughter to him every day until he stops wanting to kill Akin. Sancar leaves so Nare asks him not to leave Melek alone. Nare leaves in the car that Geddes gave him, which was the car that Moog bought to cover up for Akin. Geddes arrives home and asks Razieh where Moog is. She replies that she is sitting by the pool with Rafika. Geddes asks her if she saw anything strange, but Razieh replies no. Geddes says to keep watching her and let him know if she sees anything strange, so Razieh goes to check on Moog, but she doesn't see her in the garden, so surprised she wonders where she went and starts looking for her. She sees her leaving with her tray of food from the small apartment, so she goes over to check, trying not to let Moog see her. Outside the bathroom she sees a piece of food, so she picks it up and goes into the bathroom, finding there Akin unconscious. So scared she calls Sancar to inform him about it. Nare arrives home and sees Elvan cleaning outside, so she greets her and asks why she is cleaning when she hired someone for that. Elvan tells her that it helps distract her from thinking about Yaya, and they talk about Melek's school. Kavruk arrives at the house so they welcome him. Nare, seeing him sad, asks him if he is okay. Then Kavruk tells them that he is getting married. They are surprised and Elvan asks with whom. Kavruk answers that he will marry Ayşe. Nare, confused, asks him why did that happen suddenly. Kavruk answers that it is because Halise decided so and that the ceremony will be that night. Nare asks him why so soon and what is going on. Elvan asks him if Halise discovered his feelings for Zara. Nare is surprised and Kavruk asks him how he knows that he is in love with Zara. Elvan answers that it is obvious and Nare hugs him. Elvan asks him how Halise forced him to marry Ayşe. Kavrak tells them that Halis threatened him to betray him to Sanjar and throw him out of the mansion if he did not marry whoever she decided. Nare tells him to leave the mansion since she will receive him there. But Kavrak replies that he can't leave the mansion as he promised Sanjar that he will take care of the family. Elvan is surprised while Nare gets angry at Sanjar's request. Kavrak says that he didn't know what to do and that's why he wanted to see them, but he should leave now. Kavrak leaves after asking them to pretend not to have seen him. Nare is distressed with the situation, so Elvan asks him to explain what is happening. Nare promises him that she will tell him everything but that now they must act since Kavrak's going with them is a request for help. So she calls Sanjar. But he doesn't answer, since he has arrived at Gediz's house to go after Akin. Nare says that she must go to the mansion to talk to Sanjar and help Kavrak, so Elvan asks to go with her. In the car Elvan finds a cell phone, so he asks Nare whose cell phone it is. So Nare unlocks the phone and notices that it is Akin's. So surprised she calls Gediz to tell him that she found Akin's cell phone in Moog's car, so he goes to see his sister to confront her. For his part, Razieh points the way to Sanjar, who has sneaked into Gediz's house. Gediz asks Moog where Akin is, telling her that they already found the phone in her car and asking her not to lie to him, but Moog replies that she won't tell him his whereabouts because she doesn't want him to save him. Gediz is confused, so Moog replies that Akin is her hostage and that she has left him without food and water. So far from defending him, she is punishing him for what he did to her. Gediz asks her how many days Akin has been like this. Moog answers 3. So Gediz reminds her that Akin will soon die of dehydration. Moog answers that she knows it and that maybe then he will stop hating her. Gediz tells her that although he was very angry with her, he has never hated her, but if she becomes a murderer then he will hate her. Sanjar arrives at the bathroom and finds Akin tied up there, so he angrily pulls out a dagger. Gediz goes downstairs with Moog after she revealed Akin's whereabouts to him. He is upset that he had Akin in his house for days, but when they get to the bathroom there is nothing there. Moog tells Gediz that that is where she had him and he was in such bad condition that he could not have left on his own. Then they see several bloodstains. Moog swears to Gediz that she did nothing to him. So Gediz realizes that it is Sanjar's doing and storms out in a rage. Meanwhile Sanjar arrives home. There he sees Zara sad, so he hugs her saying that everything is over and Akin will not be able to hurt her. Then he changes the subject to enter with Melek. Then he sees the banquet and surprised he asks Zara what happened, so Zara tells him that Kavrak and Asiye are getting married. So Sanjar is shocked and goes to look for Kavrak to ask him what is going on and if he has suddenly fallen in love with Asiye. Kavrak asks him if it is that everyone marries for love. Sanjar gets upset that he compares his case with his and asks him why he is doing what he did too. Telling him that he has known for a long time that he loves Zara, Kavrak asks him if he is not angry. But Sanjar says there is no reason to be angry with him and asks him to remember what he told him when he was going to marry Menekşe. Kavrak tells him that their cases are different because Zara doesn't love him. Sanjar asks him if he is getting married because he lost hope when Zara started dating Akin. But Kavrak tells him that he never had hope and knowing that he understands makes him feel better. Sanjar tells him that he would support him if Zara reciprocated. Kavrak asks him to let him get married to forget his love. So Sanjar hugs him and then they go to the banquet together, so Halis starts with the ceremony. While Gediz and Nare go to the mansion. After the engagement, Halis signals Menekşe to put his plan into action, so Menekşe sends everyone present the pictures of Nare with Gediz. Everyone is shocked and Sanjar seeing them gets upset and asks Zara to take Melek away. Zara does so and Sanjar angrily looks at Menekşe and angrily asks who sent those photos. Nare and Elvan arrive. Then Gediz also arrives, so Sanjar looks at them furious. Gulsiye shows them the pictures. So they are both shocked. Sanjar angrily snatches Menekşe's cell phone. She asks him what he is doing. So Sanjar tells her that he must have known what she was planning to do after what she told him the day before. Then Sanjar sees the messages with Nekdet and gets furious, asking her if she sent the man who attacked Nare to follow her. Menekşe tries to excuse herself but Sanjar yells at her not to lie and throws her out of the house. Everyone is surprised and Elvan congratulates him for doing the right thing. Nare and Gediz are glad that Sanjar understood the situation. Menekşe leaves but as she approaches Nare she bursts in rage and hits her. Nare defends herself, getting Menekşe to let her go. Elvan enraged hits Menekşe on the floor. While the others try to separate them, Sanjar approaches Nare and takes her away. Once far away, he asks her if she is okay. So Nare explains that that picture was because she came crying after what happened with Akin and Geddes just tried to comfort her. Sanjar tells her that there is no problem, so Nare asks him if he believes in her. Sanjar apologizes for everything. Geddes arrives with Sanjar and asks him if he took Akin. He answers yes. So Geddes asks him if Akin is alive. Seen that there were bloodstains, so Nare gets scared. And so we end this preview. Until next time.